So far, it looks like my bitrate's actually going to stay up. It's fine. We shall see. It ups and down. But it looks like it's actually going to stay solid this time. About time. I'm going to go press enter on this. So here's hoping that it works. I'm not going to be able to see it, these Streamlabs, for a little bit. I'm going to be using images and such to kind of... I won't be able to see chat. I apologize. I just kind of want to... Because I'm going off of a image or something else I built previously. Which no one's seen, but I did do it. I want to say that's brick. Like it's, well, that there's at least brick. That's a quartz stair. Yeah, it's brick. Bricks. I want to say that's bricks too, and then yeah, okay. Since it's mostly bricks, I'm just gonna make the bricks. It's at the very least 3 tall, so. The center one here is bricks. I'm going to make these into bricks. And these here are pillars. There we go. Up. Make sure to check the stream, but it looked like actually the stream was doing fine last I checked. Looks like it's actually about 5. 5 tall. I think it's about 5 tall. We'll do the front end. And those are stairs. Stair, stair. Stair, stair. Stair, stair. Stair. I don't have absolutely everything. For example, I want to have to grab my andesite and some of my other stuff, but I can make most of it. Should have brought scaffold, to be honest. We'll figure out how to do this part. Just like this. Unless I turn them into chiseled at some point, I want to say they're just secret. Yes, just as good. I didn't make any glass. Oh, well, we can do that last. The most irrelevant part. Yes, thank you for telling me there is no lag. That is good. It is very good. I can't read chat. I have something busy on my second monitor, which is covering that up. If it hasn't been obvious. I apologize for not being able to read chat. I need to grab my andesite anyway. I think I have enough. I want to say I have enough. Andesite there. More andesite. I won't polish andesite stairs, I think, so I'm gonna have to make sure it's polished. And I basically only use andesite stairs on average, so that's all it's used for. And turn it all into polished andesite stairs. Okay, this here is actually empty. I'm gonna put that there for now. Put that there. Break that. And these. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, it's instant breaking. Okay. I did not expect it to be instant breaking. Thank you for the tooltip that my axe is low. I want to say I only need 16, but I'm going to give myself 24 just to... for some chiseled. I really should just use scaffolding. I'm just lazy, I guess. I believe there's chiseled right here, where I'm pointing my cursor. Also, just straight like that. Yeah, because there we go. That's it. That's kind of the effect I want. And then doesn't really matter what goes here. I'm going to put it chiseled just because temporary. But it's going to get covered up. So okay, it looks like I might need slab. In the general idea, I shouldn't need slabs most of the time. So above there, it's chiseled. I'm probably gonna have to actually hop over to the world that this is on. That's just... Oh, I remember this. Yeah, I remember it being weird. I remember how I did this. Pretty sure it was the nice and simple bring it in, but let's check. And this is just rinse and repeat for every single side. And that's ow. I need to change the floor. I have some. I think I have some prismarine, so I'll probably just use that. If I don't, then well, I'll figure something out. So I'm gonna go with the floor. I need to figure out the roof. This is a really old world where custom worlds were still a thing, so. Jeez. Both my glorious creations and my terrible creations all in one place. Okay, so it is exactly what I think. It's stairs. Basically, it's stairs up and slabs on top, all converging at the center point. am intrigued. There we go. The AFK machine. Oh. I just forgot already. Oh. I'll probably remember as soon as I start building. Oh yeah, there we go, that's it. I want to say it was like this, and then I had something there which brought that up. So it's basically they're all on the same overall level. I'm probably very wrong. Cover that. You know, it's just on top of there and just move forward. Okay. Repeat. Except for the front one. Then, like this. Yes, because I was mimicking this design. So it's up and then to a point. Which means that might be wrong. Oh, good. And then slabs. No, it's to the side. Oh yeah, it is. But everything other than this one is actually to the side, and each one goes up. Okay. Oh, it's almost night time. I would actually stay up. I'd like to stay and not worry about going to sleep, but there is a giant empty field that a whole bunch of mobs like to spawn in, so I'd rather not have that happen. Even if it would be very amusing to see me die. Again. Stream. Yeah, I was definitely more in this. Okay, so we need... Ah, good, I have more. Excellent. be honest, I'll probably just be cheeky. This is where, like, big bridging. Yes, I know the Dwight Orb ability is low. Still kind of surprised it hasn't broken yet. It literally has one more durability. Okay. Here's a question. Do we sell this data pack? So I need to grab some more andesite. Oh no, you can have bad creations. It's just I'm not going to show them to you guys yet. Most of the time, though, that bad creations are simply creations that you build when you don't know what you're doing or how you're building. But no, I have done bad things, and I would be blatant that they were very bad. I don't need stairs. Do I have to go in my house? I have to go in my house. A lovely house. I have a lot of andesite and diorite, okay? I have a bit of a fixation on them. I much prefer them over granite, so I use them a lot. You may notice, actually, I have a courthouse that isn't furnished, but it's done. That's one that needs to work. I'm probably going to turn into either a toggle flip-flop or just make a lever, one of the two. Probably make a toggle flip-flop, to be bluntly honest. I'll probably put a button there, which is a toggle, and then a button on the inside, which also toggles it. I'll have to double-check how that works, but I'll probably just make that. I just have to remember to close it. That'll be the thing. I have a courthouse over here. Same basic idea. Lots of andesite, diorite, all that. I can load up that world a bit later, but I still have it. But yeah, there was one point where it was actually that bad. Not on here. Oh yeah, no, it is. You can actually download it. I remember. Well, actually, it's not that bad, but we like to make fun of it. I had a roof in the first season of Intrinsic that was very, very terrible. And people like to make fun of it. For a good reason. Hold it. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. No. Stop there. Yes, stop there. Now I need to... Oh, okay. Oh, this is easy. It's just pillared quartz. Okay. Okay, that's easy enough. It's just pillared quartz. It's just quartz. I wish you could turn types of quartz back into other kinds of quartz. Don't need that many. I just need enough. 16 should be fine. I'm going to, I think, use these slabs as, like, the base. And do this. Oh no, it's only 4 corners. Thankfully, quartz is really easy to mine. This is where the redstone lamps have been sitting in my inventory come in. I think I've built this a bit differently than the way I originally intended, but I think it still looks fairly okay. Now this is the fun part, trying to get the piston in upside down. You know what? I'll do this the. No, I want to do this the really easy way, since they're going to be higher up. Go. There we go. Put some lamp, quartz, daylight sensor, nighttime sensor. Whoops. Thank you. Yes, I know my axe durability is low. I'm not using it. Put this back. That's probably a redeeming terrible build, but this one's special. This here is a bit special to me. Okay. Time for all the diorite that's going to go in. A bunch of diorite that's missing. I think I built this off by one. Like there was supposed to be a. I want to say it was supposed to be like a block here as well. You know what? I kind of prefer that. We'll go with that. I'll actually fix the. Well, never fix, but like change it to this now. I think it looks a little bit nicer. And since no one's going inside here, unless someone breaks in, I'm going to put an iron door up. It should be fine. Oh. Lovely. Getting in there is going to be fun. Because I didn't bring my glowstone, but I need my glowstone for that. I also need to do those. Well, I'm using an abandoned building as my AFK fish farm, which no longer works because it's the old style of it. So, I even built my original shed in the style of the stuff, so. Okay, no, I don't want to deal with this. I think I have iron in here. Yes, I have a diamond floor. Please deal with it. I have no idea. I don't remember what. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, because I was the richest person on the server for about. I want to say about 10 minutes. So I wanted to try and get all the glory for myself. Nah, I have not built everything here. No. I wish I built that. But that's Jeff's temple. I kind of wish I built that. That'd be cool. I don't have the time or the patience. No, I'm actually just going to use the blue stained glass because I have a whole bunch of blue stained glass lying around, and I'm not going to smelt up more glass because why not? What did I was looking for iron. Yes, iron. I should have iron. I have an iron axe. We'll see. Yes, I was the one who built every single villager house in existence. No, I didn't. I wish. That'd be neat. That'd be cool, actually. Yeah, like, yeah, by the way, I'm the one who built all the villager houses. I'm gonna use blue stained glass instead of the gray, even though I kind of think the gray works better. I have a lot of blue, so I'm gonna use blue. Like, it still looks decent, I think. I think the blue looks pretty decent with the I have to hide that, so I'm going to go do. And then on in here. Don't block the way in. There we go. This needs to be replaced. I'm going to replace the front bit here entirely with andesite. Just so it's nice and same. I'm probably going to use prismarine. As you saw in my chest, I have a decent amount for that. Alright. Now I need to actually look at... Yeah, okay. So it's the very... It's the... Hi, by the way. It's the ever-trusted... Just put it upside down. Oh, not like this. I don't want those upside down. I want those straight. There we go. That's it. Excellent. This is why the grindstone's cool. I can do that. There we go. Almost done. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. I need to do that. There's still stuff to do inside. But just to cover up specific sections that I don't want people to see. And there's also... Well, this really quick. I need to grab some glowstone. I don't think I have glowstone in the shed, but I'm going to... Okay. Don't need the photos. Please do not play with the TNT. TNT is, explosive. I have just random observers in a chest, even though I barely use observers. They're so useful, but I barely use them. Maybe, yeah, what I'll do, I'll work on making a toggle flip-flop. Is there anything else I want to do? I need a single piece of glowstone. Which one's my silk touch? I don't have a silk touch. I forgot about that. I lost it. I have my fortune pickaxe. No touch. I've been using it this entire time. Yep. Pretty much this is how I get at my house. This is why I need to do the toggle flip-flop. So I can actually just do it so it works all the time. I wanted a better door, but some problems with the door design I was originally using. The server didn't like me when I used it. It was a bit too, fancy. Still need to throw in the spruce and such. But... Just cover this up really quick. You see nothing. You know nothing. Actually, you all see nothing. You will never see anything. Well, you might see other stuff if I have to fix something, but there we go. Oh, out through the floor. I've had iron in my inventory this entire time and I hadn't even noticed. Like, I have a crafting table right there. Why didn't I just bother making an axe? I don't know. Maybe I thought I had an axe or something. That's true, I had an axe. Dig this out. I have prismarine in here, I believe. Yes, I have something here. Here's a question, can you stone cutter on prismarine? I don't think so, but maybe. Yeah, you can. This is a bit more bright than the floor I wanted, but I think it works a bit better with the lanterns than quartz on the quartz floor that I originally did. But I had the bricks. I have the stuff. I'm going to use the prismarine for something later, right? Probably anyway. I have the stuff. What? I was going to make the floor out of quartz, but I wasn't really thinking about it. I'm going to probably put messages up on these walls at some point. Go. Now I just need an iron door. Oh wait, I can make one. Make 3. Okay, now I have to get out. I'm gonna break this side so I can get out. There we go. Probably should have put down the door first. There we go. You can read it. Just realized what was supposed to go up there, and I'm silly because I didn't realize. Right here. Let's do that. Little thing. Lovely. I need to go looking into toggle flip-flops. Make sure they work. Like, I have toggle flip... do I just want to make the really big one and not care? Like... yeah, I might as well just make the bigger one, because I know it works. Rather than actually worry about any of it. This would probably be better. Well, I basically finished building this mausoleum. I'm going to fix my door to my base. I have 2 of them, and I'm probably going to have to make a toggle flip-flop because I'm really getting tired of the time and pace, so I might as well just make a toggle flip-flop, but I need to make sure if it works or not, and even though I'm decent at redstone, I'm nowhere near as good as anybody else. Pretty much the other really good redstone people on the server. Just like, there's a reason why I don't really bother with redstone that much on my channel or anything. Because, in comparison, I'm an amateur, such. And there's probably like 5 million ways to... Looks like this is done, I think. Glass is in, that's working. Those are there. Yeah, that's done. This was a mausoleum to Peter, a horse that I had at the very beginning of the series, who died by creeper explosion. Completely randomly, and I didn't even expect it. So, that's why he has a little mausoleum here. Originally, it was just a house that I converted to a mausoleum, but I actually wanted to build one, so I decided to build one. Oh no, it works! Like, my door works. Like, it's not really that I'm making it... I want to fix it. Rather than fix it, I want to make it more efficient. Or, technically, in this case, less efficient. I want to make it so I can get through with less problems. It's my door, that's all. It's a very basic piston door that I basically just made so mobs can't get in. Because I'm tired of them breaking in, and I didn't want to use an iron door. That's it. It's not really anything major. I think I have sticky pistons inside. I think going through in and out of the door the entire time I've been here. I just need to double check that the very basic toggle flip-flop I have works. I can practice it in here. Because it's big enough space. Very basic, very straightforward, and all I'm going to do is hook it up to where the button... Well, probably not where the button's currently. I'll probably move that button somewhere else. Or I might turn that into a... Probably like right there. I might put pressure plates there and make those to it. I'm going to use acacia wood planks temporarily, and we're just going to build an incredibly primitive toggle flip-flop and make sure it's just checking it. Love how I'd like have the most basic redstone components. Just yeah, you just have it lying around. We could. That's all. Let's see. Door, piston, and we will just... There we go. Looks like... Yeah, okay. It works. This is incredibly primitive, toggle flip-flop. There's way more compact versions that work and such, but right now I'm cared about consistency, not really actual building size. So let's crack my door open, and we shall see. So this is the most basic part of the door. It gets signal from... there, so... Okay, so everything... Yeah, this is gonna turn this off. So I just need to basically... Okay, I didn't need to break it. And just I need to make sure it works. I need to have 3 up, though. Means I probably need to be digging it. This is very basic redstone, and... Oh, they're not going to see it at the very least. Though, to be fair, somebody did say if for whatever reason this place immediately becomes like far nicer for some reason, it's because he messed with it. And if the actual redstone engineers want to actually fix this, they can go for it. I'm not going to stop them. Yeah, because that... It requires quasi-connectivity to a small extent. Because it uses... air to power that. Yeah, it does require the... It's my problem with building this a bit too high. That was my problem. So let's dig a bit this out. Let's figure out how to make a toggle flip. I know exactly how to make it. I just finished making it. Okay, you know how to make it. It's no big deal. It just needs to be high enough where it's not when it basically it can be pulled. But this part there, that part there can be messed with. Probably what I want to do is have the piston. They see this piston here, like have a piston like actually where this is. And have that extend a redstone block right there. Just make sure this doesn't break the door. It doesn't break the door. We're good. How to make jank door 101. Please follow this guide to make jank door. But hey, if I can make it, then really it's just... Then I just need to figure out... Then I need to basically figure out how to run a signal from over on the other side of the door to close it. Oh, it's because it's not inside it. Gives me while I redo this a little bit again. There you go. Now this should work. Now that it's powered the block. There we go. Not too shabby. Now, to be fair, I believe if you spam this, it will break the door. But at the very least, I know how it's broken and can be easily fixed. Voila! I know it's totally what I'm doing. I don't know what anyone is talking about. Actually, I do know what I'm doing. I knew exactly what I was doing when I made that. Make sure that closing this doesn't break the door. Oh yeah, because this is the same button. Voila! Because it powers the exact same block. Haha! Voila! I just need to remember to close the door. Maybe I should make this into like a small access way just in case I need to fix it. It's literally just a really basic toggle flip-flop contained into an actually, like, interesting door that uses a double piston extender. Now we just need to make another one. Oh, I'm gonna have to get new music soon. Same basic idea for this one. I need to basically and you get inside like that. But this one's a bit harder because it's kind of on the outside. So I need to basically redo pretty much the majority of this. But to be fair, it's still relatively simple. I need to power that. Basically, I need to push uno or two. Right there. Also, I didn't make another redstone block, but I did bring a craft table with me. Nice. Prepared. No, I'm not. If I was prepared, I'd actually have something planned for the live stream rather than just doing whatever I feel like. Right. I'm gonna break that. I'm gonna have the equivalent of the cables for in places. I'm gonna just do the really, really easy way. I'm just using it. Thanks, that makes me feel good. But truly, I'm just coming. It's more like I just have the stuff ready because I was always planning to do this. I just was never planning to do it, let's say, right away. So I'm gonna have to probably try and terraform this at some point. I should probably test if it works. Oh, of course I can't use. Can't. I keep. You need to power, like that block too. Ugh. Oh. I'm not powering the piston. There we go. Nice. 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 And it's the same button on the other side as well, so I don't actually have to do that much work. Alright, let's just hide this really quick. Probably the most... I'll clean it up later. People don't normally come in through this way anyway. It's more meant to be a quick way out. But if I hop in there... Boom. Door closed. Nice. Excellent. Got a viewer into the stream. Well, I've done that, but usually when I do that, that's because I'm testing something. It's like, by the way, I'm testing the stream, please don't show up. Like, I don't mind having a viewer, it's more like, I'm testing, and you're not going to see anything important, or anything really at all. It'll just be me messing with stuff. Okay, that's progress. That's everything I have planned, but there's other things that I do want to do. I want to actually decorate this place. I actually want to make it so it's not just an empty bunch of rooms. So. I'm just happy when I have a viewer rather than anyone else, because technically then I'm not talking to nothingness. Let's see. Oh yeah, I don't have any music. Yes, I need music. You know what? Will you? Because I've been doing that. Sure, we'll go up. I don't want that OST. I want the normal one. That will work. Alright, the full... I want that. That's way too long. That's what I want. There we go. Back to the music. Because I like having a tiny bit of music at the very least on stream. Makes me feel better. Unless the game has a lot of music to it, then I won't bother. Okay, so that's set. I need to figure out how to decorate. That's my thing. I need to figure out how to decorate. I don't know how to decorate. Yeah, a lot of people on the server don't know how to decorate. That's nice. That is very nice to have. Just in, out, push the button. And I can leave it open if I have to. The infamous Intrinsic Coliseum, where it's an entire block off. I don't know what interested in that thing. A lot of pretty much everything is just a block, like not a block off, but it's like it's very minimally. Even the shop, like this is supposed to be a restaurant. Where's the chairs? Where's anything else? Pretty much every build on this server has no interior decorations. And I'm trying to remember... I have images on how to do interior decorating, but I need to figure out how to do it for there. So we'll do that. I have another project I want to finish, so I guess we can do that. A different project. I want to check something. Ah, yes, people are playing Don't Starve Together. Ah, yes. Excellent. Means there's something else that's later. I am sorry, I cannot actually put that on Twitch. That is copywritten. Like, completely. On YouTube, not so much. I don't really care too much. Copyright claims are nowhere near that bad. On Twitch, that can be a problem. A really big problem. They're a bit more strict on copyright, but then also they're a bit more lenient sometimes. Buddy. Yeah, they got the totals. Yeah, that makes sense. Good choice. Yeah. I need to figure out how to do it here. At one point, I was trying to figure it out, but then I just kind of decided to stop interior decorating for some reason. So I have a build not on a different server, which was half done when it comes to interior decorating, because I just decided I don't want to deal with this anymore. Like, so half the house looked great, the other half just looked empty. My other project I wanted to work on. Which, to be fair, it'll be mostly building, but... kind of wanted to make it into just a random fortress or something, but also someone came up with the idea of a library. So... which, yes, right now, do not go to the library. Actually, well, you can go to libraries, actually. They are fairly social distance. But be careful. Okay. I need to remember how and why I was building this. I was supposed to use my Electra to get inside, so... probably what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to make another... no, I'm going to make another... I think... I could... I need to remember where... where does it end? Where's the floor? Yeah, because I haven't really done anything yet. It's just very empty. I could turn it into a prison, I guess. That's an idea. It's like, it's very empty. I was going to do something with this wall. Yeah, I dug this wall out. I was going to do something with it. I don't know what. But there's the floor. Yeah, this is all 5x5. So I can make another one of the piston doors that I was working on. I'll put it here, I think, because it's the right size to just walk on in. Yeah, I could probably turn it into a prison actually. I'll need to adjust everything a bit, but well, I could. I need to figure out what I want to use these sides for. Like, I have enough where I could probably just line these with books. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can I do it by 7? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many is it? It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. Actually, that's something. 1, 2. That actually turned out relatively even, so I'm actually just gonna leave that. Okay. That should actually look kind of nice. Filled with books. Going to be a lot of wood and a lot of sugar cane. If you want to make it out of books. I do kind of want to make this into a library. I've been thinking about it, and maybe make like a giant observatory on top of it, like basically just fake observatory. Explain why I dug out basically half of this mountain. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That still also worked rather nicely, actually. And then I could put other pillars like at other points. Create like this bar effect to just put books. Right now, anyway, yeah, it would look very much like a prison because there's no windows. I have glass, so I could make windows. I don't have any of my sugar cane on me, so we're gonna go head to my cute little tower. Also say hi to Jim. I hear slime. I think it's a slime chunk nearby. I'm probably gonna need the wood, actually. I'm going to keep the dark oak logs here because I don't want to use it for the unless they add like other like wood type bookshelves. I'll show off the Jeff's temple, I think, later. But yeah, it's impressive. It's not even the most impressive thing he's built on the server. That's the scary part. Like, it's impressive. He built the 3 pyramids of Giza. Question is, how much wood do I have? Because I need a lot. And I'd rather not use things like... Actually, too bad. I need that spruce. I'm going to use this spruce. Because there are a few things I was missing. I did. I actually did. On the world you saw earlier, I did. I did build one that's that long. Well, not quite that long. I think it was about 11,000. I wanted to make basically a railway long enough. I think that's it. I think it's only on the front. Yeah, it's only on the front. I think I made a railway long enough that it was just like, yeah, you're on the minecart rail for about like an hour and a half. The reason why it's impressive is just because, like, how do you have the kind, like, with railways, like, yeah, it's time consuming and it does take a very long time. But you only need necessarily 12,000 tracks. Or some of that, like... it's still a remarkable achievement. It's like... Jeff is ridiculous. To be fair, I wouldn't put it past him to build a giant network that's 12,000 blocks long. He probably would. I can just keep the door open. I'm looking for wood. This is why I don't... This one... Okay, I'd have lots of spruce. Along with the acacia. Oh, problem is I need to make books. That's the problem. Okay, I have the... Problem is we don't actually have a way to get leather because everyone's keep killing our cows. Yeah, I get resources. Well, not really. Jeff has a iron farm. He has a ridiculous amount of redstone because he doesn't do redstone very often. So it's like he probably has enough where he could just go, sure, why not? Like he has a 4 golem iron farm. It makes so much iron the chests are overflowing. Like you can't take the iron out fast enough. So, in his case, and he also has a tree farm. He has an AFK tree farm as well. So it's like he could get at least the basic rails really easily. Oh yeah, without farms, yeah, that's just very time consuming. He uses farms all the time. That's his entire shtick. He uses farms to get silly amounts of resources to then make really, really big things. I do not have any leather. Alright, so we're gonna have to... I'm gonna have to figure out how to get some leather before I can actually work on that. Oh. Because that's what I want to do. I wanted to... we don't have any leather, so I can't make any books. I'll unlock later, all legit, yeah? Pain and suffering, look what that is. So I have the paper, probably. I probably have enough paper. Maybe. Well, that's 3 stacks of paper. Plus 33 more. Oh wait, is this not on? Like, is this literally not on? Oh no, it's on. Oh, because originally I wasn't going to use this for... Yeah, okay, this is on now, I think. I want to say it's on. Yeah, it's on. Okay. Oh. It's on. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, to be fair, I've died on stream, and I died over in the Nether, about 10,000 blocks away, and I think no one has gone to get my stuff, including me. So... It's just still be there. I am still not doing that on stream, though, because that's... I hate to say it, but walking there will take too much time because no one has bothered to actually set up, well, rails and like either rails or even just walking paths. Because everyone has a light truck. Why would you bother? Okay, I do not have any luck. What is something else? Do I have anything else I want to do in the stream? No, because I did the door. Worked marvelously, actually. No, I know it can be done. I just... With the season not really winding down, but winding down a bit, and other things happening, I have no reason to get them. Unless I need a massive amount of smooth stone for some reason, then I actually kind of should try and grab it. But otherwise, I'm fine with my iron armor. I have diamond armor too, just lying around. I just can't enchant it at all levels. So it's not like I've been seriously set back. I still got a fortune pickaxe. I got a normal pickaxe. I'm good. I can go in there. Good. Okay, so we need leather. That's the big thing. We need leather for each book. Which means I need either like a cow farm or a horse farm. Or something, or someone who sells leather. Because I'm pretty sure everyone's killed all the cows. This is the one time you wish that like we had the rotten flesh data pack that just, okay, we'll just turn into leather. It'd be great. Oh, horse has outdone herself again. Lava, don't die. Or it just said, don't dig lava. That was just lava, don't die. I want to say this was horse. This horse has been slowly building up this area a little bit. That was built by Tile, but this was horse, I think, mostly. I am so tempted to hit that. That is incredibly tempting. Just You don't put a dragon egg out in the open. I'm sorry. No, let's put a dragon egg out of the open. I also don't think the jack-o'-lanterns look all that good. I think the bright burst of orange just kind of doesn't work for it. Maybe prism, like sea lanterns. Let's see. Oh, the phantom alarm. An incredibly large plain of wheat. Got quite a bit of lag actually from my end, not on stream end, but on my end. Okay, no, we are getting cows. We are actually getting cows. Okay, let's be nice. We'll breed the cows. Because if I'm going to use them for books, I'm going to need a lot of leather. I don't have a looting sword, sadly. So I'm probably just going to use my axe. Whoops. I need a hoe. I need a... What's that? Yeah, why am I just the hard way? There's, like... Okay, so we'll just give it to the cow, make them grow up faster. Looks like I'm going to be spending a lot of time at some point with this. Community cow farm. Next question, did Jeff lower his prices again? Two stacks of blocks for 1 diamond. So his are still... Something is coming in 1 way. Oh, it's the there. I don't know. While has horse lowered her prices, or are they still the same? One diamond, 2 stacks. Lots of requests. Among other things. I just love how he still hasn't changed the color. Every time he replaces it with color, I rewrite it and put color, because you have to spell color right. You can't spell it wrong. There's a U in it. Spell it right, please. And don't give me the stuff that it's the American spelling. I hate to tell you this, but you stole it from the British who made the English language, and there's a U in it. So there's a U in it. So fun fact, actually, the British version, there's actually, you can spell it either way. It doesn't really matter too much. I'm just being picky. Because it's far more amusing for me to be picky. Especially when you have a zombie that's cross-eyed attacking me. There are monsters nearby. Alright, let's go in the house. After murdering the skeleton. Because I'm... Still need to put a sign up for this dragon egg, because this is actually the first dragon egg ever collected. I was the one who killed the Ender Dragon, and I'm actually rather happy for it. That was the first thing that was the first time I was the first one to do it. After that, I usually do it on my own rather often. Well, I did it often enough. Do I have enough gas tiers? If not, then I know what I'm going to be doing at some point on stream. I'm going to fight the Ender Dragon solo. Because I can get an Elytra that way. Won't be able to get a Mending Elytra, but... Unless someone has Mending Villagers. Which I think someone does, but I don't know who they are. If they do, I need to ask how much. Like, how many emeralds is it really? Because I don't really have any emeralds, so it'd be a lot of emerald trading or mining. Problem with slime blocks, they do slow you down. I'm just glad I'm not using honey blocks for that, because that would be terrible. So if I wanted to make a bigger door, I would use the same idea, but I would alternate between slime blocks and honey. Because then they actually stick together, so you can actually pull the pistons up far easier, yada yada yada. Yeah, I don't have what I need. I have 2 leather, I just realized. I don't have any gas tiers. Okay, so... Oh, I have 1. I need 3 more gas tiers. So... Oh, nice. I wish I had more emeralds, but then again, to be fair... This used to be a village, and there is 2 remaining actual village structures over here. And over here, I think there's 1, maybe 2. So there's 4 remaining actual villager structures. No, there's 1. There's 1. There's 3 villager houses left. And there's no villagers. They've all been murdered. Or removed or indisposed somewhere. What's amusing is I believe that the... Yeah. It happened on Season 1 as well, but Season 1's a little bit less, was a bit less restrictive. Like, we had... even though we still started in a village... Okay, there was actually a ghost, like a zombie village here. But it's been all torn down. Like, completely torn down. And now there's a giant hole here. I think Jeff made this hole. I don't know what this hole is for. I think it's a slime farm? Yeah, it's a slime farm. That's it. It's a slime farm. It's a 2-chunk slime farm, I think. Which, to be fair, is actually kind of small. Because somebody's slime farm is a 4-chunk slime farm. So... As said, 3 pyramids of Giza. One of them is actually a base. One of them is a defunct farm. And the other one is an iron farm. Raised with a Z, but yes, I understand. Yeah, like just burnt. Just gone. But yeah, the thing is, it became a zombie village, and because no one actually bothered to cure them, because at the time we didn't have the stuff to cure them, we just murdered them all. I do kind of feel bad for Jeff, because if memory serves, this is the other farm. Normally I shouldn't be in here, so I'm not really going to go inside too much. Just there's a creeper in here. But there is a old zero-tick cactus/bamboo farm in there, which doesn't work anymore because those farms don't work anymore. It's 1.16.